Sanbonani, Southern Africa, Sanbonani, Far Eastern Catholic News. This is Kati Tijani. I come bearing gifts here in the Diocese of Kimberley. So as you know, as per tradition, the Far Eastern Catholic News, when we visit your diocese, we want the opportunity to get to know your dioceses, to get to know some of your priests and even our bishops. So Bishop Duncan Tsoke has asked us rather to get to know our priests instead. And yes, this is no different. And we are with another priest here in the Diocese of Kimberley, Father Sempe. I will ask him to please introduce himself, his full name. And Father, thank you so much for this conversation that we're going to have. I would like for you to please introduce yourself, the parish you work in or minister in, as well as the deanery that you minister in.
Thank you, Kati. I'm Reverend Father Okaeng Sempe. I work here in the Deanery of Kimberley, Our Lady of Assumption Parish, Florenville. Okay. Yes. So I'm newly appointed also as a spiritual advisor for the youth in the Deanery of Kimberley. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Father, for an introduction. I just also would like now to get to know about your vocational calling. And I'm asking this in the context of the youth who are also trying to grapple with what purpose they have in terms of what God is calling them to. Can you share with us your vocational journey and how long you've been a priest, some of the highlights as well as the challenges of being a priest?
Yes, I've been a priest for 3 years now, and I'll be turning 4 years at the end of this year. My journey to priesthood started while I was still young. I always experienced the call of God calling me, more especially when I was an altar server, and through the inspirations and motivations of the parish priest that worked in my parish, the oblates, the diocesan priest, the love for priesthood eventually grew, and whatever that I wanted to be eventually evaporated, and the love for priesthood came into being. Then I started the process of applying, and I was accepted by Bishop Gabuza. Then I was sent to the seminary, and here I am today as a priest later, years later. Yeah.
Share with us the challenges and highlights
of priesthood.
Yes.
Priesthood, just like any other vocation, there are difficulties, there are great moments, but we cannot scrape the great moments that we enjoy in priesthood. It's a very challenging life, but at the same time, a very good life, because at the end of the day, I'm always assured of what I do when I see the differences that I make in the life of the people, whether in great or in small amounts. But I always get inspiration from that I do something for the people and their life are transformed.
Mm-hmm. Wow, thank you so much, Father, for that. Now, this year we are celebrating 75 years of the establishment of the hierarchy of the church in Southern Africa. So, Kimberley Diocese is no different. 11 January 1951, we were established as a diocese. Now, share with us in that historical context about the growth of priests in this diocese. Yes, we have heard that missionaries, especially the oblates, the OMIs, were a big part and parcel of helping grow some of the churches here in the diocese. But share with us about, the growth of the local priests. Are you happy at the way in which, young men are responding to the calling, and especially as a diocesan priest?
Yes, currently we have a diocesan priest compared to a few years when we only had the oblates or the missionary priest. Recently we have ordained 2 deacons who will be ordained priest, the diocesan priest. I'm speaking much as a diocesan priest also. So I've met few who would like to join the priesthood, but they want to be diocesan priests. So it means now the shift is there. People are now responsible to respond to the call for priesthood, taking the diocesan route. Yes.
Now, our bishop was appointed, installed and transferred here to this diocese in 2021. Can you please... Why are you laughing? Sorry about that. So can you please share with us, what would you say are some of the changes that he brought, and how are you as priest helping him I like what he says, that feed my sheep. How are you helping him as priest lead the diocese and lead the flock of this diocese in terms of the mandate that he has? I'm sure you should know it as priest. So how are you helping him lead the diocese and really help him achieve his goals of seeing the people of God go to heaven?
To help the bishop, all that we can do as his priest, his collaborators, is to do our part, do our best, and God will do the rest. So for him, it's been wonderful. The changes that he brought to the diocese, they're effective, they're positive, and we see the vision that he has for the diocese. So all that we have to do is to also to engage ourselves in that vision and mission and work closely with him. Then we'll take our diocese to greater heights. But for the few years that he's been here, there are many things actually that I can mention that he came up with, the changes, and we see them working very effectively for the diocese.
Can you please name one or two?
The PPC and PFC structures working separately but in collaboration.
Thank you very much, Father. And now, I liked the program for the Assumption of the Blessed Virgin Mary. It was great. I'm still recovering, by the way. And, it was so beautiful to hear, and that it was included, the Synod on Synodality, as part of the program to educate us about, the importance of this vision that was started by Pope Francis on Synod on Synodality. Can you share with us, when you localize it and you bring it closer to the Diocese of Kimberley, how could you say maybe, do you see any changes? Do you feel like the church here is embracing it? And if you can also contextualize it in the sense of young people, how is Synod on Synodality helping young people, as you have mentioned that you are part of the spiritual advisor of young people in Kimberley Diocese?
Dinari. Okay, we are grateful for the Synod on Synodality, because now we are able to listen to each other, participate effectively, and work together, because we are all baptized. Each baptized person has a mission and a role to play in the mission of the church. We are baptized and sent. So synodality helps us to recognize that not only the priest, but even the lay people have a place in the church, a part to play, and together we take the mission of the church forward. And for that, we are grateful. Even the young people, they are engaged. I remember when we had a conference for the youth, they shared whatever that they wanted to be implemented, and we see them being included even in the structures of the church, the PPC and PFC, and for that we are grateful that they are included, because they are the now of the church and the future of the church, so we cannot operate without them.
Thank you very much, Father, for that answer. And we are very excited that one of our young people here in Kimberley Diocese is on a SSCPC conference leadership. Yes, he is the media liaison person, Rio Tepile. Shout out to you for that. So now, Father, I would like for us to please wrap up this interview. As you mentioned that you are the spiritual advisor for young people in this diocese and the various 5 deaneries that you have in this diocese. What message of hope can you give them, particularly in the context of the theme of the World Youth Day, Take Courage, I Have Overcome the World? There are those who would love to go to the World Youth Day, but maybe might not be able to, unfortunately, for various reasons. But can you share with us a message that we can carry into 2027 with this theme and with us gearing up for the World Youth Day, whether we attend it or not? But how can we be a bigger global community of young people pertaining to this message from Pope Leo XIV?
I will encourage them to prepare. Actually, it will be nice for them to join. So I will encourage them to prepare. I know we have a conference next month, September. I think we'll speak about this also in a length. But I would like them to prepare and participate where they can. Raise funds if possible, so that we pay for them and then they go. Yeah.
And what is your message of hope to young people?
Don't let anyone look down on you. Be yourself, do what you can do, and always be good to yourself, be kind to yourself.
We are excited to get to know you and to get to know the Diocese of Kimberley. So thank you so much for this interview. God bless you.
Thank you. Travel safe when you go back.
Thank you very much. Okay, guys, that was Father
Sempe.
Father Sempe. And yeah, so really do follow them on their social media. They do have an official Facebook page that is the Diocese of Kimberley, Roman Catholic Diocese of Kimberley, on their Facebook page. TikTok, you also there?
On a dinary level, I know.
Okay, so they do have the official page, and then the youth as well across the different the diocese also have a page. So please, just the only thing you need to do is just go move the Facebook page, just search for them and then follow them so that you can get to know what they are doing as well. Who knows, maybe when you are close by you can pay them a visit in whatever various activities that they have. Also, don't forget to please like and follow the Far East Rand Catholic News. And to 15,000 of you, thank you so much for the following and the engagement. We really do appreciate it. Until the next video, take care, God bless, and we love you very much.